Today, I want to dive into a topic that's been on my mind for a while recently: the problem with language learning advice on YouTube. Or rather, how some people perceive this language learning advice. So maybe this title is a little bit clickbaity. A few weeks ago, I got these two comments under one of my videos on this channel. This is against the comprehensible input theory that says you should put off speaking for a long time. The earlier you start speaking, the worse your accent will be in the long run. Welcome to the internet, where it's my theory versus your theory, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Let me give you a little bit more context. In that video, I was saying that if I could start learning Spanish again, like start the whole process over, I would have started practicing speaking sooner. And I think I opened the floodgates. I get it, everyone has their own opinion, but I don't agree that on my channel, it's your theory versus my theory. And here's what I responded. I don't think it's my theory versus your theory. I think it's more like, here is what we know, here is what worked for me, and here is what you can try. And it might not work for you. So now that you understand the context, let's move on to the main portion of this video. These two comments highlight two important aspects of online advice: the diversity of opinions and the quickness to judge. Let's talk about the diversity of opinions first. I truly believe that language learning is deeply personal. What worked for one person might not work for another. Or maybe what worked for me is going to work for you. Or maybe not, we don't know. That's why you have to try. There are countless theories and methods out there, like comprehensible input, immersion, grammar-focused learning, and so on. And I feel like most YouTubers, including myself, just share what worked for them. We share our journeys, what worked for us, and what we think you could try. Also, I almost never share my theories. I try to share theories of famous researchers, polyglots, linguists, and authors of books. And yes, I add how I fit into this whole narrative. Like here we have this theory of comprehensible input. Did it work for me? How was my journey with it? What worked, what didn't? As a viewer, you have the autonomy to decide which advice to take and which advice works for you. Our attention is such a precious resource nowadays, and I'm honestly all for controlling it as much as possible. If you're watching a video and if you feel like what this person is saying in the video just does not resonate with you, stop watching this video, move on to something else. Your attention is precious. Let's say you watch my video and you know that this specific advice just won't work for you. Let's say using ChatGPT, because you don't like ChatGPT. You can just skip that part, move on, forget about it. Only take what you need. YouTube is an amazing resource for that. My channel is all about sharing my journey, exploring different methods, because over the years I started learning so many different languages, English, Spanish, Chinese, ASL, French when I was in middle school. And so I'm just sharing all of the things that work for me, like why I stopped learning certain languages, why I'm continuing to learn others. It's a journey, and it's okay to try different approaches to find what suits you best. Speaking of finding what works for you, I want to introduce you to something I've been working on for a very long time recently. It's my language mastery program. This course is designed to help you achieve fluency faster and more effectively. It's divided into 4 modules with 20 lessons packed with valuable content, action points, and supplementary materials like PDFs, journaling prompts, and creative exercises. You'll also get access to my exclusive Notion template to help you organize your learning and stay on track. I'm so proud of this course because it tackles common challenges like time management, motivation, memorization. If you're tired of spending years trying to learn a language without any visible progress, this program is for you. If you want to travel the world, land your dream job, or connect with people from different countries, you absolutely have to check out all the lessons and do the exercises. I've poured all my experience and passion for language learning into this program to make it as effective and enjoyable for you guys as possible. If you want to get access to this course, just use the link in the description and check it out on my website at veronicamark.com. Or you can also scan this QR code right here if it's easier for you, because I know a lot of you guys are watching YouTube on your TVs, just like me. So now let's talk about the quickness of judge that is so widespread right now on the internet. When I started my social media journey with this YouTube channel almost 4 years ago, I was shocked at how quick people are to judge online. What you're saying is against the comprehensible method theory. That's why your accent in Spanish is not that great. It's so easy to hide behind a screen, behind a nickname, and criticize others without fully understanding their perspective. I'm not hiding, I'm here and I'm sharing my journey. But of course, there's only so much that I can share in a 10-minute YouTube video, especially when I give you guys as much value as possible and pack it with useful tips. This, of course, isn't limited to language learning. It's a widespread phenomenon on the internet in general. But why are people like this? Well, there's some psychology behind it. So let's now talk about the psychology of online behavior. Psychologists have studied online behavior extensively, and one concept that explains this quickness to judge is the online disinhibition effect. This theory suggests that people feel less restrained and more inclined to express themselves bluntly or aggressively online than they would face-to-face. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not scared of arguing with people. I actually think that it's impossible to agree with everyone on everything all the time. And when it comes to language learning, it's exactly the same thing. Believe me, I'm vegan and I have had my fair share of arguments with meat eaters, and I always welcome those conversations because it's interesting and I'm always happy to share my perspective, my journey. What I don't like though is when people behave oh so confidently online, but offline they draw a blank. Or they say, yeah, it's okay, you know, I agree with you. But online, their comments were completely different. Another factor is confirmation bias. This is when people seek out information that confirms their existing beliefs and ignore anything that contradicts them. So when someone sees advice that goes against what they believe in, their instinct might be to reject and criticize it rather than consider it. Happens to people who think the comprehensible theory is the only method out there, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong. Again, I do support the comprehensible input theory because there's real science behind it, and it helped me too. But I also know other language learners who benefited from other language learning methods. And it doesn't mean that what they used is completely wrong. I'm not going to get offended when someone tells me that, Veronica, you know, you recommended the input hypothesis. I tried it and it didn't work for me. It's great. I'm happy for you. You tried it, you saw it for yourself, it didn't work for you. You moved on. At the end of the day, I didn't make this video because I got hate and I needed to respond to that. I don't even think that those comments were hateful. For me, they were interesting. They highlighted something that is so widespread and so common on the internet, and I just wanted to talk about it today. I think people can absolutely disagree with me, and I respect that. But I want to know why people think the way they do. What motivated them to write those comments? And that's why I decided to make this video. The goal of my channel is to help you learn and grow in your language learning journey. The internet is a powerful tool for sharing resources and experience, and I don't want you to be afraid to try different methods and see what works for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. How do you navigate the sea of advice on YouTube? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to join my language mastery program and learn the theory of effective language learning, make sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment. If you're thinking about what to watch next, I recommend checking out this video where I'll help you create your language learning plan to master English. I'm sure you love it, so click right here and keep on watching.